for and how you want to play it. Oh, I'm very worried for FPX at this point.
Paranoia is essentially free lamps control every time you go there.
Yeah.
Like it covers all of it. There's nothing you can do.
It's like push through. Oh, yeah. There you go.
You're guaranteed. And bind
and
it is.
Bind.
I like that we're getting to a point now where we can kind of comfortably predict based on agent picks what they're going to go for. Because that, like, I think it was the second day, we're like, oh yeah, this is the lineup that they only use on this one map, and then it's a completely different one. You're like, well, why? You've played it 10 times on that. Obviously, teams have been experimenting, and that's what we want to see. You don't want professional teams to sit there and go, well, everybody on Reddit said you can only play this comp on this map, so I guess that's what we'll do. Like, no, obviously you got to try things for yourself. If you think you've spotted some use that no one else has for an agent, go for it. Pick it up. So Banks, like, obviously we're favoring G2 in the series at this point. When you're ahead 1-0 in a series in general, you have to favor that team because they only need 1 out of 2. But coming into Bind, How are you looking at it? Because I just want to say, like, G2 4-win streak, obviously.
Mate, G2 are winning this just purely off of their craziness right now. Before you need to ask me the question, I can't see a world where FPX gets, because FPX right have looked good at times, but they're too hit and miss. Even when Shao's popping off, it's still close games. So like you said, even the 13-9 against NIP, it doesn't fill me with confidence when it comes to this. And what I want to do, Mitch, before everyone gets into Bind, before we get going with this, for everyone out there that's watching, because this could potentially be the last game, G2 could 2-0 this entire thing, make sure you do !ticket1 in chat if you're on the Allied Esports Twitch channel right now, because we're giving away 3 sets of wireless gaming gear from HyperX, the headset, the Charge Playbase, the mouse, and I want some people to win it because I can't be giving Mitch too much stuff, right? He hasn't got a big enough suitcase, he's not going home with a load of HyperX goodies. And, well, I already got mine secured, so I don't need to worry about that. I'm already rocking it in style. You know what?
If you want to give me the 3 sets, I can buy another suitcase for the way home. It's okay.
Nope, you're fine.
Oh,
I want,
sure?
I want our fans and everyone else in Twitch chat, right? I want them to have a chance. I want all the good Valorant community people to enjoy it and frag out better in the game. And you know what also is important? That skins equal skills.
Oh.
! points, 10,500 Valorant points to be up for grabs. G2 looking at the 2-0. G2-0 could be the name of the team. And David P, you said about him, maybe not playing ultimate way on the win they got on Ascent. Oh, this push coming in. How did Mixwell get away with that? Zipan looking to shut him down, though. That's a 3K to run on in the site with. Solid stuff from him, but Piff is on the flank. Oh, Zipan. Is he going for the ace?
Looks like it. He's not going to get the immediate fight onto the third player, though. The cage down to just delay. Patatek, the nade, comes through and scares him away, at least for a second. Smokes in play, going towards Hookah. The blind, the paranoia through on sight to allow the TP. Now, he's got a hard game because these players are on alternate angles. He's got a smoke still to play with it on a pistol round. That can be dangerous if he puts it down on that bomb, but he's looking for the fights first. Now here we go. Smoke down. He's going to go for it right on the edge. Going to be tapping it, going to be holding it halfway at least. Here comes the boom bot, though. Big play, and they managed to kill him through the smoke. First round goes to Fun Plus Phoenix here on Bind.
I really like that from the Boombot though, right? Because it doesn't matter where he is in the orb.
Yeah.
It will eventually target onto him, so Meadow can just pre-fire the exact spot. If he's trying to like play off an angle or play with a little bit more defense to it, it gives him a chance of it. But this is at least a good start here for FPX. They avoided being destroyed by Mixwell close up and personal because he had the shorty in his hand.
Well, they did lose 1 player, but that's about all. And when Mixwell's got his dash in these kind of rounds, it's always dangerous. So well played to shut him down by Zipan.
And Zipan already getting 4 kills. How close he'll be to the ult already.
Oh, yes. He is right there.
You don't want to have to deal with that, that's for sure.
That's the thing, right? If you've got a Raze that's just fragging like an animal, they only snowball because then they get an ability that insta-kills you, basically.
That's why Raze is one of those scary agents, because if you are just a person who frags in general, right, like a Zipan, not only are you just getting the ult up so quickly, but like you feel like you're just basically unstoppable. Your confidence is peaking because of your agent anyway.
Because you're having success peeking.
And then you get success with the craziest ult going.
They've peeked out mid with this drone, seen that it's completely clear. Now there's noise outside of A. This is going to be a stack up. They're going to rotate probably fully at this point. And so Fun Plus Phoenix really need to hurry it up if they are going to come here, or they'll have the whole team to contend with.
FPX pushing on in. Could this be how G2 upset him though? Angel teleporting up high. Xiao easily getting the first one. Nice positions from the FPX team. Spike Carrier's killed, but it's not that big a deal just yet. Or maybe it will if David P could get that one. But Meadow, he's on top of it for now. Defense is key, but Mixwell's still up and in it. And you can never count this man. I don't care what weapon he's got in his hands. We've seen him pop off today. We saw him put off the best game of his personal in this tournament.
So the nice thing about what FunPlus Phoenix did in this one was that they didn't go in for any lamps control. And when you're on a round 2 after winning the pistol, there will be shorties. There'll always be shorties. You're playing against, doesn't matter who you're playing against, some guy's going to be shorty and they're probably going to be in lamps. So it makes sense, and even if they don't, right? Even if it's classics, right-click classics can be damn dangerous. It's not an angle you need to peek. Instead, they play a player over towards the corner box and up on top just so that they can tap them out as they come. You know, yeah, you can sit in lamps all round long if you want. We're just going to plant the spike and win.
Yeah, we're forcing you to come to us.
And that's not where shorties thrive, unless it's Mixwell dashing at you.
Yeah. When you see a Jet run at you and then dash at you with a shorty, your only hope is to get the hell out of there. Some of the Spectres still in play, though, as well as the Bulldog for Shao. They know what they'll be going up against, though, and it's going to be a lot. Meadow starting off strong. This is exactly what FunPlus Phoenix want. 2-0 on the score. If they can make it 3-0 and really just start to spiral, apply this pressure to G2. Put them in an uncomfortable situation where they're not used to being in. Far behind. Especially after that 13-5 scoreline. FPX probably felt like they were just never getting to that point where rounds were won. It was like a dream to them. Mixwell was so aggressive in Bath, though.
He's got a good angle. They cleared out left. Depends if they go for that orb or not. Doesn't even matter. Angels just peeked straight away, dealt with a very important round for FPX to win. And they started out by trading. Oh, look at this TP.
To B. This is huge. Next level play from FPX. Is it going to be enough, though? Artis is still there. Oh, he starts off strong onto the Spike Carrier, but he can't control the spray well enough. Oh, David, that's really good to start off with again. There's just back and forth, 1 for 1 for 1. And the numbers advantage was in favor of FPX, but then Mixwell goes down.
Oh, Zipan had his ultimate, had a lot of abilities left as well, but Pith, with the shot through the box as he peeked back in, he's going to be winning out that round. Going looking for a weapon as well, by the looks of things. And he just turned around to a Vandal.
He's like, is there an operator here at all? Maybe there is one. Maybe I can give it to Mixwell, but it's just not to be.
He's just checking it out just in case. Round 3, it's always very unlikely, but you never know. Could have been an aggressive play. Mixwell's gone instead for the Judge, and with his ulti in play as well, it makes sense because he can play the close range duels, and if he is forced to go for a retake on an angle that isn't favorable, out come the knives and they start flicking.
Start flying. Quite literally.
Floating and flying. They're dangerous things. FPX have still got that ultimate in play over on Zipan, so they can get that showstopper straight away. 3 to 4 players spotted. Pith is getting free info. The ultimate pop by Zipan as he moves on forward. You got to get away from him now. Luckily, that paranoia has blinded him by quite a bit, and he's running out. I don't think he's going to have time to even throw that. No, ult wasted.
Oh, that's a painful way to go forward as a raise. Nice position here from Pith. Oh, and Mixwell's on point. The ult is up, and he's so fast at flicking over.
I know exactly where you are.
Shots are fired, but they're not actually landed. This is still actually possible for FPX. Well, maybe up until that point, Shadow's doing his best to hold on. You hear that Judge going off, but Mixwell lands it with the knife at the end. 2 to 2. Still, though, a lot of damage done. But FPX did not expect it to go down that quickly.
No, a very swift play by Mixwell to just dive in, and that's what scares us the most whenever Mixwell has an ultimate. He's so dangerous, and we said it on the previous map. Yes, he had a good game. He put up good numbers, but we knew he was capable of even more.
I know exactly where you are.
And you'll notice here it was a jump shot to finish it off. So he judged a player and then just went around with the knife, jump shot up, and got him with the knife. His Shadow was like, what, 20 HP? Easy body shot for him. There we go into round number 5.
Artis only on a pistol, though.
Yeah, so you've got an interesting situation with him taking a pistol. I guess they thought it would be a weaker buy for FPX.
Yeah.
Because I can understand if you've got a jet and they do that with the ult, but it's quite odd.
They're obviously just that confident. And Zipan falls straight away, but a nice bit of damage done over to Patatek.
And it was good use of paranoia to push that player back and make sure he was able to escape, but the shock darts come after him. That's after heal as well, and the smoke didn't bloom in time.
Lucky he had that heal put on top of him. He wouldn't even survive that long.
Great comms by Xiao. He was hearing the steps of Mixwell, told Meadow that he was just pushing around, so they were ready for the fight. What is that on the wall? David P just completely distracted them. I don't think it was intentional, but Pith was able to pick up a kill because of it. And then he finds this on the exit. The spray not quite landing, leaving Artis, the player with the ghost, all by himself. Luckily, though, they give him some time to pick up a weapon. Artis? There's what? Why is he not playing with the rifles? It was right in front of him. It was a 0.5. What? It was a 0.5 second detour. What is this guy doing?
I'm so confused. I can't even try and make sense of it. Oh my!
Shadow was 1 HP. Now he's got like a 70 plus, no 50 HP player to deal with, who's now being spotted out. And why? Maybe he thought he could beat them there on timing.
Yeah, maybe.
So it was like, but surely.
I love the confidence. Like, I'm gonna just beat him with a pistol, okay? But I mean, you know,
hope he wasn't
a
just
rifle,
like doing that for the
damn
memes.
good, you know. This got a reason you might want a rifle.
Obviously they're not streaming, which is the saddest part, because I can't go back and listen to those comms. Because I feel like that was something like he forgot to buy, someone told him, and he went, "No, it's all right. I'll do it with a ghost," just to prove a point.
Well, they don't have much money now, anyway, do they? Look,
yeah,
it's not looking hot for them at all.
Yeah, Spectre's in play. Like starting around with a ghost when you don't have a lot of money, of course, makes sense. But 1v2ing when there's a rifle in front of you, that's questionable. Anyways, we'll look past that point. It'll be overly harsh to him. He almost won it as well. Mixwell's opening this one up with the operator, and they're going to just bail on back after that, happy and content with their man advantage. FPX. We said this before, if you were watching the game earlier on Bind, you'll notice that they consistently send Meadow over towards Bath to try and find that info. Now he's looking for a duel as well, and Patatek not getting a favorable fight. Oh. Neither is Pith. Ooh, Meadow running into it.
A lot of information being passed around here, though. Xiao's got to be careful. He's up close. Wants to do some damage with the Spectre. Mixer can't see anything just yet. Checking all the very obvious corners. And Xiao, he does it. He is able to get up close. Oh, that's a huge miss. That was so close. Just by the skin of his teeth. And yeah, if you're G2, you just back away from this one, surely. Yeah, they're going to save. Oh.
Well, that's one hell of a start to the game. FPX are showing up on another level, and we know that Bind is obviously a map where they can manage to pull it off. They've had their good results so far. I believe this lineup, I'll have to just double check, but I believe they're undefeated on this map. That ain't a bad stat.
Certainly not. Can they keep it going, though? That's another thing.
And so, yeah, 5 games, Project SW, 2 Team Liquids, BBL, and NIP. So some pretty good teams in there, and they've not lost it once.
This was huge. Look, he'd even spotted, because actually that position had been shown because of the Sove roll, and then Meadow is able to escape the other Sove roll coming at him. Huge bit of work, and now a 2-round lead from the FunPlus Phoenix side. Shadow's ult is up as well, and remember, he's so key with the breach on this map. That was the difference maker in them actually beating Liquid and being here in the first place. Otherwise, we could be watching G2 versus Liquid right now.
So if you're playing versus another breach, it's not the biggest of deals. Throwing in that Aftershock shouldn't really have as much of a feature. But because they have no flashes, if they want to peek mid, they'll do it early. And once you breach, once you Aftershock that, they're not going to peek it anymore. This is so fast, just rushing out to sight, completely catching them off guard with the pace. G2 were not ready for this. Pistols under heavy threat, swing around wide, easily connected to David P, and that should be the round pretty much for free. I don't see G2 getting a whole lot done from this point.
Makes sort of the saved over operator. Just looking to do some damage, just looking to land some kills. Oh, this could be interesting. Oh, the timing did not work out. He wanted to sneak in and stop that spike from being planted for Mixwell. Be careful, because Meadow is on the hunt for you. He's going to take the operator for his own. Pass it over to Artis and say, do you know what? You have a go at this.
Yeah, we've seen Artis have a lot of impact with it in the past as well. Obviously, they swap it back and forth, mostly on Mixwell, but occasionally, depending on spawns, he'll go for a peek. Like you see it on Haven a lot towards the A site. If they do want to peek there early, they'll give it to Artis. But it's a double operator setup.
We're seeing it more and more, especially on Bind, right? One towards the A window and one on B long, quite often.
Yeah, Bind and Haven definitely have a lot of viability for that setup. And there's an opening duel just to prove the point. Let's see if Mixwell can make it work. No one's facing into him.
Someone got close to nearly face into him, and well, it's Zipan that goes down. That's 2 kills already gone in favor of G2. Both with the operator in play. They're looking for that Omen potential. Oh, that's not working out for you, Angel. A nice attempt. But Mixwell, he's too smart for that. Oh, it's not being checked. Patek may have missed the first few shots, but he still landed in the end. Look at the difference it makes getting that operator in for these guys. Early opening picks. FPX try to make a play because they knew we're outnumbered. We need to turn this around. Maybe we'll throw some speed at them, even busting out the Omen ult. But no, it changed absolutely nothing. Mixwell, he's straight on it.
See, yeah, that's the value of having those operators, right? You can take those picks basically for free. Artis is always in a little bit of danger, but even with that nade coming towards Mixwell, that fight on middle, he was so confident to peek out because he knows I can just dash away from that. Yeah. It's no problem. You can swing into a nade, and if you're a Raze and you nade that, in your head, you're like, well, there's no way this guy peeks me because he'll die. But that's a disadvantage of playing versus a Jet. There's just so little that you can do because it can be relatively unpredictable. Like, no angle is safe no matter what you put in.
Get out of my way.
Still a 2-round lead, though, for FPX. They've been playing this so well. Ooh, Zipan. Nearly landing some of the spam just then. Real good idea that someone might be boosted up.
Oh,
Mixwell.
The fact that he gets away with that as well, down just... You need to see FPX, so when they're pushed up like that, one player being there and one further back over towards the spawn is just going to completely wreck you because you're not in a position where you can find those trades. Even if you get pushed with like a Vandal or something, if they tap that and just run away without a Jet, you're still not going to be able to catch them.
They did not expect that kind of aggression. Oh, noise is being made at B long, though. David P's right on the edge of it. You can hear what's going on. He can't see it. Oh, he's going to be dazed for now, though. He wants to try and stay up. And, oh, David P still gets away with a kill. Oh, we only get the second. Absolutely brilliant control from him.
Oh, that's a... Oh, no. Caught by the tripwire, but he's still able to make it around. The shock dart hitting him as the player fled back.
Xiao's waiting.
Perfectly played. Get one more. Let's go. Keep him coming. He's hoping for another to win the game, to win the round, but it's not happening. Artis knows better.
Don't do the same. Don't give him a win for the round that they shouldn't have had.
Like after the first one, you just go, maybe he won't check it if I go through. Maybe he'll whiff the shot. Evidently not. This was amazing work. Phenomenal by David P to actually get this. It's superb. I don't know how he gets away with the second one as well. Slow spraying. In fact, I do know because I just noticed Meadow was also hit by that ultimate. So he was stunned as well. Obviously not very happy in this.
Just push into him. Just allow Xiao to pick up a couple of easy kills. Why the hell not?
Xiao's got his ult up, like, so he can come into this round with a little bit of Hunter's Fury.
Oh, Zipan back up to his old tricks again. Double ulti into the B site. They've been finding a lot of success here. And eventually the kill will go Xiao's way. The ults did work out at least a little bit.
I know exactly where you are.
Cypher Cam is going to give them a lot now. The ult comes. Wow, Zipan. Helped out massively there by his Cypher's team ultimate.
The spam was delivered as well, right? They were spamming through. He just saw the lineup, and then the Cypher ult as well. Everything worked out for him. Patatek's just isolated at this point. Angel's fallen at least. This is winnable, but with Meadow coming behind, as soon as they spot out Patatek, this should be a quick play by Meadow to just close it out. And there you go. Catches him in the back, leaving Mixwell alone. They know it's an operator. And Meadow even caught the shot up on top of Hookah. Great work.
Yeah, pushed on forward. Mixwell couldn't see him, was already scoped in. 6-4, and Fun plus Phoenix, they would be dreaming of these next 2 rounds going their way, and this one's certainly possible.
Look at Meadow at the moment, 16 kills on the board. And you'll remember when we saw this map previously, he was getting very little action towards Bath because he was constantly playing over there in the showers just with his camera down and never really got faced. There was no aggression coming out from Liquid, and yet here, he's given all the opportunities.
Now G2, they've really struggled with B, but they haven't started to try and reinforce it, which is interesting. We see many teams, right? They maybe just have some rounds they put 3-4 players to B and just have a solo A player to call in the rotate early. G2, they're just playing it standard. They're just playing normal. Maybe this could be a problem for them.
I think a lot of the time, if you are going to play like a 2-man A stack, it has to be a Cypher that's there just for the extra info with the cam, especially in towards showers. But at this point, you have got 2 players on the A side, and they have no control over in showers where they're about to be pushed in on. This could be incredibly dangerous with Zipman already up in Mixwell's face. He doesn't expect another player, and Patatek gives away the Judge. No one's going to be pushing him at this point. You don't want to go up close against the Judge. Just never a good call.
Shotguard's going out though. Patatek down on 60 health, and you only see one person. Piff's got a bit of information to play off of, but is it enough for them to secure the round? Oh, certainly not like this. As Angel, he's dominating, he's doming heads, he's waiting for... Oh, this was playing peekaboo, and Angel came through with the hammer.
It's a nice try on the Judge, jump shotting, but you do it once, you do it twice, but that 3rd time, they're going to be ready for it.
Can only get away with it for so long. This was brilliant. Look at that.
Like, Angel was just like the first 2 times. He's like, all right, buddy, go on. Do it again.
I dare you.
He's got himself into the position for it. 4 rounds for G2, that's not enough. They need to get this final round. They've got a res to play with. But so far, it's been getting anywhere near the corpses of their teammates that's even a struggle. And I don't know if it's going to improve as they come into this with very weak weapons. The Bulldog is one of the strongest they've got in the hands of Patatek. Look at this cheeky angle. Ooh.
They went to push him, but Angel hadn't overextended. He stayed in a good spot for this.
And you can see FPX are not getting baited out by any sort of early aggression being shown. They know they're up against a slightly weaker buy. They don't want to give opportunities like that away for Mixwell to just pick up one. He's dashed back and made it away. He can now hold down on Lamps. No, he didn't make it away, actually. He must have gotten caught on the dash with the wall. And that stopped him from bailing. Patatek, Bulldog in hand, finds 1-2 as well on the Xiao, and looking to extend it further. Arda's going to swing wide just to bait those shots. He's on 4 health. He should die realistically, but if he can be traded, that's job done. Job well done at that.
Oh, Meadow doing his best from this position. He's got so confused as to where Patatek ran off to.
Here.
Patatek's just waiting for that extra player to come on the flank all the way around through Bath by the looks of it. Pith has an operator in play, actually. Didn't get those opportunities early on, but now they have the chance. He marked where it was planted. So Pith is aware there could be a player short. He's been spotted out and needs to win this duel. These players are low, and Patatek catches Shadow on the cross back. It's all down to Meadow. 1v2. Up against an operator. He's not going to be spotted by the cam. It might see his barrel. It doesn't look like it, though. Oh, it does. Yeah, they must have spotted him out. The spray through the box by Patatek. And a 2 HP 2K. 4 in total to close out that round. Much needed for G2.
Patatek is a god right now because he had no business even getting away from that fight. Huge from him, and that's really a round that G2 desperately needed. Their attacking side is going to have to be non-stop and almost perfect if they want to try and take down FPX right now, who have proven that Bind really is their go-to map now.
Oof. I mean, it didn't look good, really, especially with the operator retake, but Patatek, he gets 4. And you know they're going to be very happy about that one.
Now, when it comes to the defensive side for FPX, is that normally where they have most of their success?
I'll have to
Because
quickly...
some close games against Liquid, it's hard to really say, right?
Mhm.
They've gone for many of those 6-6 side of things.
So I'll quickly pull up the statisticos when it comes down to this. So over on the G2 camp, whenever it comes down to bind, you're seeing them win 55% of their attacking side rounds whenever they start there. And this is going to be why David P with a double opening, shredding them on the Ghost, doing so much damage and putting them into a position where a passive play is pretty much the only option, you would think. But they actually managed to tag up Mixwell, not taking him down. He's bailed out of there. He's made it away with low HP, and then they catch Shadow trying to re-aggress up on that. I don't know what Patatek was trying on that one. That was a very risky play, and he's given Zipan that extra kill. Now the nade's back up. Just to quickly touch on the point again, so it was 58% of the attack then for Fun plus Phoenix. So they're actually pretty much evenly matched when it comes to the attacking side, with a slight favor. They win most of the rounds there.
I said that I thought G2 would be able to take this, but from what we're seeing from FPX, they give me some hope that they might be able to at least take us to a third.
This is definitely a fairly evenly matched game at the moment.
Yeah.
This pistol could be the swing round, though.
Oh, good timing from Piff. Oh, but even better shots from Zipan. Is it going to be enough, though? Quickly fakes onto the defuse. David P looking to come around. Oh, he's seen it, and he's not going to be spotted. Easily gets away with the kill. Mixwell to finish off Zipan as well. A nice attempt coming out of FPX. But it just wasn't enough.
I mean, G2 gave away so many opportunities there. They rushed in and gave Zipan an easy double that brought them back into the round. Had a Sage still have been alive, or had a Sage have been in the game for FPX, you could have definitely seen them come back into that if the heal went down on Zipan. Because the reason he loses that fight versus Mixwell so quickly is because it's just one bullet to the body and he's gone. But 6-7, now we're definitely in even territory. I think if FPX won that, they go ahead by a little bit. But now that G2 are able to get off to a decent start on their attacking side, presuming that they don't lose this one up against Classics, you should have a pretty confident, even game. If not slightly favored towards G2 because they're on the attack.
But they're fully focused on Hooker at the moment. This is, oh no. They were not checking long at all. They need to be careful, but the Classics will put a bit of damage up for now. Mixer's waiting to see how they're going to maneuver around. He puts the smoke down, still lands the kill. Goes in for the next as well. It's fast spraying. He's not able to land the shots onto the player and Hooker, but Artis is there to provide the backup.
Very lucky as well that Mixwell got the headshot in that fight because Angel had picked up the Bulldog, and that could have been a very quick turnaround had he just body shot him. But luckily, it was the headshot to start, completely throwing his accuracy off and then finishing him off very quickly. Obviously, the rate of fire in a Spectre versus a non-armored opponent will end that one pretty quickly.
There we are, Mitch. One last time on bind in our boxes.
Just chilling. Sad thing is I probably fit in a box that size.
You do. Watching the game, enjoying the action go down, seeing what madness will come next. There I am.
Snuff them out.
Banks always has a combat knife on him.
Yep, just in case.
That's why he takes a boat to every event. He can't fly. Refuses to separate from him.
I don't think people are going to allow me very far on a boat either with a knife. They might start asking questions, especially if I've just got it in my hand like that.
It's boarding on boarding pass. Don't need one.
Well, there's no pass needed on this either because G2 looking to just pass straight through FPX. The revive goes in instantly to give them the numbers advantage, even if they did lose one player. Oh, he's trying to duck and dive out of there, but Xiao is cornered. They pin him in at lamps, and this is not looking good. Meadows the next to fall. FPX are being absolutely run over, and that is styling on them.
Just to be clear, this was not the eco round.
Yeah.
There were weapons in the hands of FPX, but they've been torn apart. And to come into the first buy round, okay, you win the pistol, you get the follow-up, that's cool. You expect that. You're like, oh, the gods of RNG are on our side, right? Odin is with us. But then the problem comes in when you lose that one so convincingly. Now you've been smacked out. That early aggression coming through by Zipan seemed like a good, all right trade, but as soon as that res comes through, you're wrecked. And that's on the back of, obviously, David P finding a 3K in the pistol round. You see the impact of, again, having these players like a Raze or a Sage find the opening duels and find so many frags, because that then makes their ability, which is a round changer, getting an extra player or killing an extra player, as the case may be, depending on which agent, can really turn the tide.
Put down.
Oh dear. That's not what Xiao would have wanted for the start of this round.
Out of charges.
He may get some information, but he doesn't even have a chance to do anything else with it. They're spraying through like crazy. There's a lot of cover, at least, for FPX to try and work around here. But that spike will go down for sure. They're tapping it up. Oh, that's not ideal, Pip. You try to reload in the open. You got Artist there, though, to back it up and smack them down. Shadow. Oh.
Got you.
Okay.
Free.
Yeah, got you just about.
About as free as can be, but now with a Sheriff, when they know where you're coming from, not really going to get away with it in the same way. Mixwell holding his jump button just to get up on top of this roof, maybe catch him by surprise. A good flash. He's not bailed off there. Doesn't have his dash anymore, that's why. And it's time to just run away, especially because the kill isn't that valuable to Mixwell, because he already has his ult. As we said earlier, you know, playing aggressive on those kind of angles is all right, but if you don't have your if you already have your ultimate, it doesn't really make any difference to you. You're going to remove basically no money and give yourself essentially none as well. What I'll say is I think the reason G2 has such a strong attack on pretty much every map is because they always have Mixwell, who, if they go in and something doesn't work out well for them, like the opening duel or two don't go their way, he pops that, and all of a sudden, he can make that play to get 3 or 4 kills. Because the Jet ultimate itself is so strong, Mixwell's movement is amazing, and that makes it very hard to hit him. And his aim ain't too shabby either. We say about Looker, you know, he misses a lot of those ultimate plays. It's just like RNG goes completely against him. But for Mixwell, it feels like those knives just lock on. He's so damn good with them.
Ooh. G2 rolling into a timeout here. Interesting. So you're ahead, but you know this could be one of those times, especially on a big buy round coming out from FPX, that they have their opportunity to fight back in it. It's still only a 2-round lead. And Meadows having just a game that we don't often see from him, right? We talk about Zipan, we talk about Xiao. Shadow was the one that impressed us in the game against Liquid. And Angel, obviously, when he entry frags at times, he's just an absolute boss.
And I feel like we don't really have a lot of excuses for G2, especially when it comes to Angel and entry fragging, because obviously they were on the defensive side for the majority of this game. And he's definitely not having that same kind of performance. Shadow, what, maybe 4 rounds he was left in like a 1v4 or 1v5.
Very unlucky,
so I can give it to him. He's last man in because he's playing utility support, and then he's just been challenged by multiple opponents. He got jump shot by Mixwell a couple of times on the knives. But for the likes of Angel to have such a slow performance in such an important map as well, it really is a kick in the teeth for FunPlus Phoenix. When they've got a player like Meadow, who we don't normally expect to be stepping it up.
Just imagine if someone else finds their groove on FPX, though. How are G2 going to try and handle that?
That's all they need. Oh, here we go.
Straight into the ult. They want to seal the deal for this round, but it's not going to happen this time. And there's no revive up either.
Well, they used it up in the previous round or round before. Very recently. Yeah, David P. Not near it quite, so that's a really rough situation for G2, because that ult just thrown out for no reason so early on to try and entry with it.
Zipan again, please don't get away with just busting your ult and then nothing happening. Oh, and he gets a shock dart in his face for his troubles. He's been so unlucky today.
Yeah, I feel like he popped it to try and delay that push through just so the rotates could come in. The problem is now, they've seen one player, literally one, in the last 30 seconds. And eventually, Xiao's going to be taken down, so they'll be happy they've got this full stack. But I'm surprised they didn't rotate back. Zipan in trouble now that he's taking down Patatek. The trigger discipline wasn't there whatsoever. Pyth with another, and this is falling apart. A good opening by FPX. Pyth has even got a gap in the wall to take down Shadow. This is ridiculous. The ult deployed just to be sure that they know where this guy is.
Oh, they should have never got away with this.
R.I.P. Meadow, because 1v3 when they know you're coming, I think he just goes and saves at this point.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, Banks. Like that opening to take down Mixwell with the ult.
It was looking oh so good for FPX off the back of that G2 timeout. That's the worst thing, right? You call a timeout. Your plan is that, yeah, now we're going to go and take control. We've worked things out. We know what's going to happen. FPX then start off strong, probably feeling like, yeah, okay, we can make this work. Instead, it's another round going to G2, and now it starts to get scary. 2 more and they're on match point.
Like, think about, in terms of the early round, that couldn't have gone better for FPX. First of all, they stacked the correct site. Then they managed to take down Mixwell. Well, they managed to take down Mixwell first. Then they stack the correct site while the push comes in. Zipan is left unchecked. They don't see his corner, but he fires off way too early, just getting 1 kill, and then they swing to trade him. But Pith, look at that. The fact that he found 1 kill, then threw the wall onto Shadow in that little gap, just completely wrecked any chance of them getting back into that one.
Revealing area. Take flight.
But you can't get a better start to a round than that, really, if you're FPX. They just got thrown away.
He's trying to hop away. Sova versus Sova, throwing their drones out. This is dangerous, though. Shadow can land some big shots, but it's just not going to be on his side. Meadow again.
Through the smoke.
Oh, he's close. Doesn't want to continue spraying. They all surround him, but Angel's getting involved as well. He's only got a stinger, and Maladis is quick to get involved and finish him off. This is not what you wanted to see. Oh, he just spotted the cape. Shout. Unlucky for him. Zipan, got a grenade at least, but watches it teleport away. His location is going to be revealed. He's going to try and grenade out some more. Damage being done, but a shock dart again. Zipan's attracting shock darts to him at this stage. In the previous round and this one, Piff takes the swing on him. And we're now 11-7. All it is 1 more round for G2. Fun plus Phoenix, they need to muster up some strength. They need some sort of incredible idea on what to do against G2, because right now, it's all about the G2 show.
They're seriously heartbreaking. When you're FPX and you come out of that first half with a lead, you're going to be over the moon. Yes, it was with a pistol win, but you'll take it. They did decently well in the buy rounds, and now just being locked out of, what, 3 buys so far?
Oh, yeah.
You've got all your ultimates more or less to play with. But considering, as I said, they stacked up the correct site, they got the opening duel, they had a player left unchecked, and they just get shut down. Here's the ult coming through from Artis, not finding anything at all. Very early usage. Oh, excuse me. Usually you're going to wait until you get the hiccups, drink the water too fast. Usually when you're going to use that, you'll first send your drone through and tag them, right? But he's just like, start the round. Hey, I'm just going to pop it now. See what I get done. Stop laughing at me, Max. Okay, you're going to hiccup.
Oh, well, Zipan might have had a hiccup then. He was missing those shots onto Mixwell as he barreled his way forward. Angel tries to teleport for some success, but Artis slaps him down. It's going to work out for Patatek. Xiao needs this ult to pay off.
Wow.
Can he get any more?
Wow.
He's landed him. Damage has been done on top of 1 kill as well. The Cypher ult's going to come into play for Meadow, and he has been fragging out. But is it enough for him to hold on to this? This is great. The spike may be planted, but Xiao and Meadow are pushing on forward. They've done so much work here. They're looking for 1 Mixwell, he manages to duck out the first shot, but he's not going to avoid Shadow. Just when Fun plus Phoenix needed it, they managed to get around 11-8, but they're not out of the woods yet. There is still so much more this team needs to do.
Yeah, there definitely is a lot of work for FPX to get back into this one. G2 have looked solid on the attack. We know they win most of the rounds here as well. Got plenty of attacks left to use up, and they're not a team that's afraid to call some tactical timeouts. That one right there, really good ult by Xiao. Cypher came in, grabbed a little bit of extra information. You had so many ultimates committed towards it. They used up, look over towards FPX. They had, we said basically all of them. They now have just 1. And it's a teleport. Not the most influential in most rounds.
That's the thing, you can rely on the ultimates to grab you some rounds, but now it's about getting it done on pure skill, pure aim, pure fragging capability.
The ult already used up.
Close. Flash is going out. They want to try and push on it. David P there, luckily though, backing Mixwell up. And he can stay as he's getting healed up and take the fight. Angel's going to run himself around. Patatek's just playing around in the Shadow Ward for now. He's managed to get all the way onto the site. Angel did spot him though. That's going to be the huge play.
This is such a common play to smoke up on top of site and then TP through. Patatek loves to do it all the time. We've seen it so many times today alone, and he might just have the lineup as this smoke goes to fade. This could be very dangerous if they're not checking it, but yeah, they're waiting. They think he's here. The pre-fire from Zipan gets him one, and he's 1 kill away from his nade coming back. That could be a huge play. Through the TP, one player goes, and that's the spike.
This is absolutely huge, though, from FPX. They're taking gambles. They're just pushing. They're committing when these rushes come out towards them. Oh, David P thought about it for a second. He wanted to try and go for it.
He was spotted as well, moving back over towards Lamps. Ready to just break that open. Angel needs to wait for his teammates now. It is a 1v4, but they don't want to give a chance over to a Sage like David P. He just goes in for it, but luckily Zipan was quick to get on top of the truck.
That could have gone horribly wrong, though, because Angel goes and gives him a 1v1, then just putting a numbers chance more in favor of G2, despite them being outnumbered. You just never want to give them chances like that, because they will take full advantage of it.
And look at Zipan getting up on top, but it was half a second in between it. The timing just slightly off. Like, David had the time to reset and go up and start that spray down. The wall still protecting his right from the runaround. Obviously, it's a next to impossible clutch to make happen, but you're not helping your odds.
It was 7 rounds in a row from G2 before we now see 2 come out from FPX. They need to keep this going. They need to keep on pushing. It's 1 round away from match point here for G2, and they've still got another buy in them.
It's really hard for FPX. I mean, if you're on the attack, it's a little bit more workable, but the fact that you've got to wait and rely on the strategies of G2, start the reads, this is the most difficult part of the game, really, when it needs to be flawless. And
David P's down already. He had the revive. Oh, that's not working out for Piff either. He was in bathrooms all alone, which means there's no refrag coming in. Mixwell, though, looking to change the game. He pushes on in. Oh, and he gets destroyed. Meadow on top of it. Meadow's having a phenomenal game, and he is not slowing down.
Shock darts going through. Here comes the drone. It checks left. They are listening. They're checking their corners. FPX have a long flank. This is going to be a slow retake. They can just wait, group up, and push this one together with Zipan and Shadow.
This is a hugely long flank as well. Patatek's just looking at bathrooms. No one's actually going to come from that position. But G2 actually have nice spots here.
Artist is safe from that recon, but he shot out. Gave away his position. The 2 now coming in from middle. It's a nice little setup. Xiao drops down, not ready for Artist to be in the corner. Free kill, and in comes Patatek to shut it down. It's now into a 1 versus 2. No time really for this one to work out, and Shadow shot in the head, shock darted, and that is 12-9.
No one decided to get anywhere close back to bathrooms. Patatek got away with murder, and Artist was tucked so far away, no one went close to him. It's 1 round now for G2 to walk away as the champions. FPX making a huge blunder there in a round that was almost guaranteed to be theirs, but it can't be guaranteed when you're going up against G2.
It really can't, Banks. This is heartbreaking, but 12-9, 3 rounds in a row for FPX is not undoable. But they're definitely not making it easy on themselves. They have no ultimates, and they're coming up against a G2 that has a res. So it's not just about finding those kills. It's about getting one early to bait that out so they can't use it in post plants. At the moment, though, any bit of aggression is a risk, and Shadow's the one taking that risk. Good cage afterwards to let him retreat as well.
Oh, the revive straight away. David P went down last time, which meant it couldn't be used. Could be vital in securing this round. No one else with their ult, though. Patatek looking to do some work coming out of Hookah. Oh, he spotted him.
The ADS for the accuracy.
Goes up. He tries to spray him down. It's a 1-for-1 trade. So Shadow still putting in as much work as possible. Mixwell puts himself up high. He's looking to jump on top of it. He wants to take him down. Shadow playing right on the edge of it. Oh, he's stuck behind David P's wall, but it doesn't matter. Great work from G2. They're looking to close it out. It's only the Sova that remains. This is far too much to ask for, though. Xiao, he can be a god at times. Oh my god, he's getting it done. 2 on the row, and he's got his ult now. Piff needs to be careful because there's 2 more to be found. Xiao time to shine. He's got some extra information, but if he uses the ult, they clearly know what to do. Artis gets the final kill. It's 13-9 on the map pick of FPX, and G2 Esports are your champions.
They've managed to do it, Banks. What an absolutely phenomenal game. Now G2 at least have given FPX a taste of their own medicine. This is really, I have to say, for G2, I thought that they'd come into this and struggle a lot more. For FPX to still be able to deliver in this fashion, come in, get a close game, the best of ones were close. They beat them 2-0, obviously with some of those situations, but they showed that when they're regrouped, when they're recuperated, they make it work when it matters.
And here we have it. G2 Esports, not just the best team in Europe, but arguably the best team in the world at Valorant. They came through from start to finish. The group stage was looking scary for them. They finished in 3rd place. It was looking like they might finally fall, but they continue dominating despite everything that they had to go through. David P sadly losing his father halfway through the tournament, yet deciding to still dedicate his time to play the game. And G2 Esports still come out on top against an FPX that tried to push them to their limits, but they will not lose a best of 3, and their streak remains. Who will finally take this team down? We'll have to wait and see at the future Valorant events.